Okay. Right, so if you're a patron and you're watching this later, it's going to take over 15 minutes to get this kind of set up. Because I'm now going to be sending out the links to everyone else. Be posting it to the Patreon page and things like that. And hopefully the video will start probably about 10 minutes. So if you are watching this at a later date, then please feel free to go make yourself a drink, get yourself comfortable, and I'll be starting in about 10 minutes or so. In the meantime, you can think of any questions you want to ask me and check out the collection behind. I've never done this before, so this is, hopefully, it's going to be good. We shall see. I have some really cool news to sort of share with you also. I want to do this more often with you, maybe every month or so. Do like a regular Patreon only YouTube video where I can recap the month, tell you what's happening or what's planned for the next month, so you are having an idea of what's happening first, and of course doing other things. So I just had a heart attack because I just saw that someone was watching this and I haven't sent the link out yet. It's alright, it's just me on my laptop. So, oh god. Right then, Patreon live video. Would have to rock a spell. Oh, rubbish. Okay, copy that. Post title, a copy. Video is there. Creepy thumbnail. My hair's a mess, but I'm fine with that. This isn't the glamour. This isn't about glamour, is it? If it is, tough, I guess. I wish my phone would stay focused. Sorry, it's not doing very well tonight. Live chat with just myself and you to discuss the past and for the future. Okay, tags, TarantulaDan, spider, exotic pets, YouTuber, sound. This will be for patrons only. Please don't share the link. So I'm going to post this page now to, of course, my Patreon page. From there, what I'm going to do is post that to my Facebook. Because if I post this to my Facebook, then people that maybe are not already patrons, they have the opportunity to okay, someone is actually here now, so that's good. It is sort of getting out there. I was a little bit worried there that the post hadn't been actually received properly, I couldn't click on the link myself and I was a little bit worried. So if you can give me just 2 minutes, I'm just going to continue to post this to a couple of places where so if anyone is interested in joining, they have the opportunity to do so. So yeah, I hope you are well. As I said at the very beginning of this video, although no one was here of course, gonna basically plan on starting the video at about 8 o'clock to give people time to come. I know there's people from all over the, all over the place, different time zones and things. So I want to give them about 10 minutes before I actually go into the video properly. And then we will get on and I can tell you what has been happening. Got some pretty cool things. It's really hard because I want to start talking now, but I've got to not do that. But yeah, I got some couple of little bits and bobs to show you, some animal updates, some news on future things coming, more things for the channel, some changes that are going to be happening to the channel in the very near future. Probably in the beginning of next year, and plans for next year. I've already got some pretty big plans. So yeah, if you are watching this, if you can just pop up and just sort of say hello to someone else so that I know you are here, because the number's going up and down a little bit, so I'm just sort of want to sort of make sure that people are here. And okay, you are here. That's awesome. Like I said, I was a bit concerned because I've never done this before, if people were trying to click the link and they haven't been able to get into it, So I'm just going to continue very quickly to share this on to there's a couple of people who they're not patrons but they're PayPal supporters as well, so I want to send that to some of those people. So I want to make sure they don't make sure they are able to come as well. Like I say, give it probably 5 minutes and then I'll start the actual video properly, and this will be my way of, I guess, sort of thanking you guys for your continued support and tell you what's sort of going on with the future, which got some really cool things, big changes for me, the direction of the channel, and future videos that no one knows about. You guys will be the first to know what's sort of going on, which is pretty awesome. Of course, I've got to send him one because he's actually part of the update. If you guys have any guesses on what's sort of going to be happening, please feel free to to pop up and have any guesses. I don't think there'll be that many. I spoke to a few people who have sadly said that they will be unable to join the live feed because of pre-arranged plans, which is a shame. But I will be doing I'm planning on sort of doing this more often, so maybe like once a month or something like that. On the weeks when I'm not on call, I can have these kind of chats with you. Like I said, I can recap what's happened previously and also tell you what the plans are for the month, because my biggest problem that I have with this is with working a full-time job and maintaining my collection and trying to comment and message to everyone and general things going on, private life stuff. Patreon is one of those things I don't spend enough time monitoring, which is something that I need to sort of to get that sorted. And so I figured making sure that I use the app more for a start, but then also doing the live videos, I say, every month. So I keep getting Facebook notifications coming up, which is really irritating me. So yeah, so it's out on Facebook, on to the people that I wanted to see it. I've I've sent it to the PayPal supporters. Obviously it's posted up on Patreon. I believe it's working. I don't know, to be fair, this was a very late thing. I know I spoke to about 9 patrons who couldn't make it. They've already got plans, but hopefully they might join in midway through, so we shall see. We shall see. Like I say, if I'll give it another couple of minutes, and even if it's just literally just the few of you that are already watching, that can't be helped, and I will just sort of continue anyway. 1, 2, 3, 5, and they can, obviously they've got the links, and they can just sort of watch this at a later date, and you can find out what's going on. So was the link easy? Did it pop up on your screen? Was it easy to navigate through? And so I'm looking, if any feedback I can get would be great, because I don't I've never done it like this before, so I'm just interested on how it works. See, that's the video thumbnail that goes to Patreon. So yeah, I think that's it. I mean, there might not be a lot of people here, which is a shame, but hopefully they can sort of catch up with things a little bit later on. And oh yeah, I haven't extended that. That's it. Okay, it is nearly 8 o'clock, so I'll give it a minute. If you're watching this, if you can just sort of pop up and just sort of say hello. I know Leland's here. Yeah, Leland. Or Leyland. Sorry, I apologise. Yeah, I had a feeling it would do it that way. Let me take this off because I'm getting a bit warm now. It was a little bit cool not too long ago, so I've been wearing a jumper all day while I've been trying to sort of finish my videos for today and getting ones ready for next week, of course. I'll tell you about that in a little while. So, but yeah, if you are watching this, if you can just sort of pop up just so I can see who it is. Obviously, there's yeah, Leyland is here. Thank you for joining me. And there's a few people sort of popping in and out of the chat. Okay, a few people have messaged me that they are watching it, but they can't join the chat, which is fine. Oh, it is Leland. Sorry. Okay, so Zoe's here, Leland. I know Francis here. Oh, that's you. How can I forget you? I just remembered someone that I wanted to watch this as well, because he's a supporter as well. So, uno momento. So send that to him. Yeah, that's it. Yes, I had a panic. Okay, then yes, right. There's only a few people here, like a handful. It's a shame that everyone could not come for the first sort of supporter page, but it is the way that it is, unfortunately. And hopefully they will watch this back at a later date and will get the information then. So yeah, TarantulaDan here. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me. This will be limited to 1 hour, which I think will be plenty of time to do what I want to do. And I'm sort of going into what's going on. Very noisy crickets. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I will be planning on doing this every month. These crickets are going to be an absolute pain. Might do some feeding later on. So yeah, firstly, these things are going to be an absolute pain. Yeah. So if you are watching this and you're a patron of mine or a PayPal supporter, a huge thank you. If you're watching this later on, again, a huge thank you. Sorry you couldn't join me for this. It wasn't arranged very well, and that's my fault. But my plan is to do this every month. So every 4 weeks, Saturday at 8 o'clock, do this chat and give all of you an update on what's going on and how things are going with the channel and things like that. Which I think is probably, from all the feedback I've had from speaking to some of you, that's something that you would like to know. So yeah, a huge thank you for your continued support to me and my channel, and this will be me explaining where things are going, what's going to be happening and things like that. So firstly, I guess over the last sort of few weeks, obviously I've been having some new additions. Of course, you will have seen pickups from the AES and the Eastern Invertebrate Show, which was in Bedford with Invert Shows UK. Actually, that's actually awesome. So yeah, plenty of new additions. One of the other things that... Oh, Jenny, you're here. I spoke to you earlier on and you said that you couldn't make it, which is a real shame. And my gimbal, by the looks of it, is going to be a bit of a pain during this live stream, which is typical. But yeah, you are here, and thank you for joining. As I said, I know I spoke to you earlier on, and you were one of the people that said that you didn't think you could make it. I know there's still... Oh, come on, don't be a pain. My gimbal's got plenty of battery, it's just being an absolute pain. Typical, absolutely typical. Yeah, there's a lot of people who couldn't make it for one reason or another, which is a shame, but they can catch up later on. So yeah, thank you for joining me. So you haven't missed much, just about to begin. So firstly, as I said, thank you. Oh, Jesus, this is going to be an absolute pain. What is wrong with my gimbal? It's still on, but it's just not... Right, let me turn it back on again. See, this is the problem with live videos. There we go, now it's on. Yeah, you literally just got here in time. So yeah, thank you for your support. I do appreciate it. If you're watching this later on, I will be doing this every 4 weeks, and I will be posting at least once a week to Patreon to let you know what's happening. I will also be doing some really cool videos coming up in the near future. So this is going to really start annoying me. Give me a second, guys. Wow, my gimbal's really hot. It's only been on for 15 minutes. I think it's going to explode. That doesn't... My gimbal, I think, is actually on fire. Okay, so if my gimbal literally just sort of goes off for like no reason at all or explodes, that is why it's on fire. So yeah, got some really cool updates, which I'm going to go into, and if it flips, then I will just try and deal with that later on. So yeah, starting again, thank you for the continued support. I really do appreciate it, and this will be a nice way to have a chat with you all and get your requests in, show you anything that you want to see, an update on anything. I can do it for you without trolls and the chat sort of going quicker than I can keep up. There's a lot of people that could not make it tonight for this, but it was kind of a little bit late and not really organised very well. So I'll be posting up on my Patreon page every week, and obviously I'll give you dates and times for when it will be in the future. So it can be a regular thing, and we can also chat and whatnot. So yeah, the last month I've had quite a few new additions. I've had obviously some scorpions, some centipedes, some tarantulas. I recently did the video on the Phalax, which is wonderful. Hopefully I'll be getting a male for that, so I'll be doing a breeding video of that. And I also have a mature male Popletherium metallica, which will be on the way, hopefully here this week. And I'll be doing a video with my female. I'm also getting mature male Poplatheria regalis and retarda to breed those. Another mature male diverse piece to breed with my female. So quite a few breeding going on. Also looking again some brachypelmas, more arboreal, some baboons, fossorial, and odd inverts, which I'll tell you about a future box coming up. I've also, if any of you keep tarantulas, I know I'm looking at, if you're looking to breed and brush up your knowledge on things, I recently got this book just called Tarantula's Breeding Experience of Wildlife. I got this from the Spider Shop. This is a really good buy. I think, I can't remember how much I paid for this now. I think it was about 30 quid, give or take. I saw one at the AES show for just shy of 50, but they sold it me at like a trade price basically. So this will be really good. I bought this obviously with the money I receive off you guys, and it literally goes into husbandry and breeding of so many different species. Tells you how to keep them, temperature, humidity, enclosures, and it's also, if you can see it, do it that way. It's also fully illustrated as well. So if you are someone that's into, or you're thinking about breeding any kind of tarantulas, I would really recommend this. They've got pages and pages, and I think almost every single species that I have on my shelf is in this book as well, with the exception of a few. So, like for this one, there you go, H. lividum. If you can, you probably won't be able to read that, to be fair, but it gives all of the information that is needed. So I got that, and I wanted to share that with you. That's the one thing that I bought that will be really, really good for me, for this channel. Another thing that I will be getting is a mystery box. Now, if you are another YouTuber, there's a company called the Spider Shop that, of course, I work an awful lot with. I get a lot of my stock from them, and they are fantastic at supporting me. It's sort of we have an agreement. I don't work for them, but it's sort of like you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours kind of thing. And we discuss things to do with sort of spiders and breeding, which of course is wonderful. Yes, so I was reading the comments as well. I might do the sexy down dance, who knows. So yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers are going to be receiving some really cool mystery boxes from the Spider Shop, which I am aware of some of the things that are going into those into some of those boxes, but I can't spoil it for anyone because that would not be fair. But one of the things that is going to be happening is I am going to be receiving the absolute motherload of mystery boxes. You can get mystery boxes for usually 10, 20 and 50 pounds. I don't think you can get them any more expensive than that. If there are any, then I've not heard of them. But yeah, usually about £50 is the top. I've seen people do unboxing videos that are up to, £100 unboxing, £200 unboxing. I did a £700 unboxing from the Western show, I think it was, which of course had the T. Celedonia and the from its Charlie species Saba Blue, I think it's pronounced. But I have a huge box coming at the end of this month. It will be labelled as a mystery box, but I do know a couple of things that are actually inside this box, so I will tell you what they are and explain why I'm getting them. But there's stuff in it that I genuinely don't know. They're not telling me what it all is. So of course, Francis, if Francis is still here, has kindly given me the nickname TarantulaDan because I'm basically really, really greedy, and I have plenty of sort of Celadonias, but I currently have these three. Meg, which is actually the back, is active. Maya, and this one, which is unnamed, which by the way, this one has actually just molted as well, so there'll be an update video on that on Thursday next week. Of course, you will already know this now, but still, I do have T. Celedonia number 4 on the way. I'll be receiving that at the end of the month, which will be around about the same size as this one, about 1.5 centimeters. So, and the reason I'm getting this is because there was one in the UK, and I don't believe that the guy that had it wanted it contacted someone else and said, I've got this. Well, he contacted Lee from the Spider Shop, and Lee, it was originally Sam contacted me, and then obviously went through Lee, and what's that, number 4? Sorry, I'm trying to talk. I'm in the comments. Yeah, the unnamed one. I will have to think of a name for that. Maybe with you patrons, you can sort of think of something between you. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, and Lee contacted me. The way this is going, I will be the first person in the UK to breed T. Celedonia, that is what my goal is. That is why I have 3 at the moment. The 4th one, when that comes, I know I've got 2 females. Hopefully this one's a male. So whether the 4th one I get is a male or female, it doesn't really matter to me. I should be able to get a breeding project going with these. So yeah, T. Celadonia number 4 at the end of the month. Of course, you will see the video before it goes up anyway. Then another spider that I'm going to be breeding. Again, the Tarantula species Saba Blue, which is a gorgeous spider. I actually already have one just in here, and it's not actually out and about, which is a shame. They are arboreal spiders, however, this one's only small, which is why it's in this, and it's just sort of. Well, actually, it is. It is out. I don't know whether you will be able to see it. You probably won't. But it's, yeah, just down here. And these are very expensive spiders. These are like the new blue spider, shall we say. These go for, depending on where you go, about £150 each as small slings. So I was contacted about, obviously I'm getting into the breeding side of things. I want to be one of the main breeders, especially of the rarer spiders in the UK. I can, when I get them, I can box everything, I can document everything, which is the advantage of me breeding spiders. Everything is documented, and people can see how I'm keeping things and how I'm doing stuff. So I was contacted, and I am going to be getting 2 unsexed spiderlings. Start again. 2 unsexed spiderlings, 3 juveniles, and 1 adult female. Now, I know of quite a few people, including the Black Widow, who is in this chat at the moment. She would love one of these spiders. I think she has been after a sling. If you're still here, Scarlett, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure this is one of the slings that you're after. Very sought after. So to currently have 1 and to have 6 on the way, including the adult female, would be absolutely awesome. So yes, she is. So Scarlett's getting 1 before Brighton, but so I've got this one, the adult female, 3 juveniles, 2 slings. So that's it. So I'll have 7 of them. So then I'll be looking at being the first person in the UK, hopefully, breeding those, because I've only got the 1 adult female. So hopefully in like a year and a half, when the juveniles are sexually mature, and hopefully not both female as well, I will have the breeding group to supply the UK. Of course, the agreement that I have with the spider shop pretty much is I breed a lot of my spiders, and then I sort of sell them to the spider shop, and then they then sell them on. So it's pretty cool that I will be supplying the spider shop, which I've done in the past, but it's going to be more common in the future with the species that I'm breeding. So yeah, the Celadonia and the 7 Tarantula spiders are in this £1,000 mystery box, which is already a really good price considering how much Celadonia go for. And Celadonia, give or take, you can get them for say £400 maybe if you find them cheap. For Tarantula, slings are 150, and there's say 2 slings is 300, and then obviously with the 2 juveniles is another 450. That's 600 quid for the slings. And the adult female, I don't even know what the price of one of those would be. So it's already a really good mystery box. And I've seen Lee on Facebook, on his private Facebook, and he's put some pictures up of various inverts, and I don't know what else he's going to put in the box. So, but you guys already know a few things. I don't want to spoil it for you, but you can see where I'm sort of spending the money and why I'm spending so much on Celadonia. Not just because I want to be greedy and I want to hoard them all for myself, but because I want to be the one that breeds them in the UK, gets them out into the UK, into hobbyists in the UK, and then we can pretty much bring the prices on them basically plummeting, and get them so that hopefully these will be, common to buy from most online shops in a few years. That's what I want. That's what my goal is. I'm not hoarding them just to be greedy. I'm doing it because I want to try and breed them and get them out there. So and I've made some really good contacts this year through doing YouTube and the shows and the BTS lectures and things. And I'm in touch with some of the. In fact, I'm in touch with probably the best people, spider-wise, to be in touch with. Various sort of doctors, exporters, the professors and lecturers. breeders, traders. Like, you know, I've made some really good contacts and some great networking. So yeah, it's pretty pretty awesome. Okay, I've just missed that, but apparently Zoe, I think one of your spiders died. I think. Um, if that is the case, I'll speak to you after. Maybe I can replace it for you. That's not a problem. So yeah, that is a mystery box. There, it's awesome. I really can't wait for it. What I'm going to be doing with the mystery box as well, when I get it and I unbox it, I will send up the link on Patreon. It will be up on there for 1 week before it goes anywhere else at all. It won't be on YouTube for a week after I've uploaded it. And what I'm going to be doing with that is a new feature on YouTube called Premiere, where you can put a video to Premiere and people can click on the video, but they can't watch it. They can talk in like a chat at the side of the video, like a live one. They can talk there, and then there's like a countdown, and when it goes live, everyone can sort of watch it together, including myself. I'll make sure it's on a Saturday. I'll sit down with a cup of tea, and I can watch the video live with everyone else and chat to you live as it's going. So, but you will see what's in that box first. I'll be putting pictures and videos up on the Patreon page. So that's my way of, again, trying to give you all early access to things as well as the chats. So yeah, mystery box is coming. It is the single most expensive mystery box that I've seen on YouTube for tarantulas, and not only that, to receive the spiders that I'm receiving in a mystery box is absolutely obscene. If you're in the hobby, you will know. To receive these is just, it's ridiculous. It really is absolutely ridiculous. So so yeah, that's the first thing. The next thing is I'm waiting, because there's someone who I really want to come into the channel, into the feed, but he hasn't, which is one of the guys who I really need him in here to explain what's sort of going on. So that's an absolute pain. So yeah, I guess I will just tell you about that, and if he can come in later on, then they'll be fine. He's not been online for half an hour, which is a pain, because I told him I was doing this. Yeah, my channel. So over the last sort of few years, you will all know, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you'll know I used to originally just purely do the talking into a camera, which is fine. I've always been very happy and comfortable doing that, showing, of course, my spiders. Then, of course, I started getting into the rarer, more expensive spiders for the purpose of breeding, and I am going to become, well, I already am a tarantula breeder, but I want to be a good tarantula breeder, if that makes sense. Not that there's bad breeders out there, but the spiders I will produce will hopefully be good, and will be something that I want to be recognised for that, if that makes sense. So yeah, as well as doing the tarantula breeding, I'm going to be starting something else really, really amazing next year. So, like I said, I've made a lot of really good contacts this year. I've done all of the shows, you know, the northern, eastern, western. I'm doing the southern show in a few weeks. I've got a show this weekend coming up. I did one 2 weeks ago. Every show that I'm able to attend in the UK, I have done, as well as obviously the one I did with Petco, and collaborating. That's where, you know, another place where the money goes. It's funding me to go to do all the filming and things, which is quite expensive. So you can imagine booking flights and hotels and things. It does cost a lot. So, and I'm able to do that because of the support from you guys. One thing that I've always wanted to do is go and do field work, which unfortunately is, you know, how do you go out and do field work? You know, you don't just book a flight to a random country and just go wandering off into the forest, because that's just stupid. You know, you don't do that. I was asked earlier on this year if I wanted to go to Arizona to go and do some tarantula, scorpion, centipede and snake field work. So looking for those, documenting hopefully discovering some new species and things. But unfortunately, because of some family problems that I had at the time, I was unable to go. I would have liked to have gone, but I couldn't. And some of you will know what my situation was, but it wasn't a good one at all. So I had to pass up on that. However, just this week, on might have been Monday or Tuesday, I have been asked by someone who is very well known in the tarantula hobby to go to Central America in February, to Guatemala, to go and do some tarantula field work. Go out there, maybe collect some specimens, try and find some new species. If we're able to do so, we can bring them back with us. And so I, of course, have accepted that opportunity. So it can be very busy in January to get all my filming done for probably a week or 2 weeks while I'm away. But so in February, I believe it'll be the last week in February, or from the mid-February onwards, I will be flying out to Central America with a group of very experienced tarantula keepers, enthusiasts, professors, doctors, scientists, I don't know what you want to call them, and going out there to do that. And they've always said to me, look, you find something, you can call it. So I can name it. That would be pretty cool. Just going out there is already one step in the direction I want my channel to go. Of course, I'll take my camera and I will be filming and documenting as much as I can to do with that trip. And like I said, if I'm able to discover something, that would be kind of pretty awesome. To be fair, it's I'm amazed at that opportunity. I know there's lots of other YouTubers that would love to have the opportunity to go and do field work, and I believe will be one of the first to be asked to go off on a plane. And just it's an amazing opportunity. I'm so excited. No one knows this. The only people that know this is my friend Dan, who is not in the video. He's not in the feed because he's gone out somewhere, even though I told him I needed him in the video because he's part of what I'm doing with my channel, and he's gone, which is a pain. So yeah, field work, hopefully discovering a new species of tarantula would be awesome, and I will be doing videos, of course, when I'm out there. So not only that, again, my friend Dan, he has a business where he can sort out and organise trips to go out to Africa. So I'm thinking maybe towards mid to the end of next year, going out to Africa to do some wild baboon spider hunting. Which, if you keep baboon spiders, everyone freaks out. Oh, they're really aggressive, they're really nasty, and they're not. They aren't that bad. People just don't know how to sort of work with them. But yeah, going to be going out to Africa to do baboon spider field work as well, hopefully, which would be pretty awesome. Whether it's sort of like trying to capture some wild ones, of course they will be re-released into the wild, but just to sort of capture them, observe them in the wild for a little bit, and just sort of document them, different species in the wild. But yeah, that will come later on. But the Central America one is the one that I'm most excited for, because a lot of my spiders are from Central America. So that's really, really awesome. And again, for people that ask me where any funding I get from YouTube, patrons, PayPal, and even my private money that I put into my channel, that's where it goes. If you've met me personally, I don't go off and I don't buy fancy cars and Rolex watches and none of that. My car is like a skip on wheels. Every penny that I earn goes back into this, where it's like, the equipment, the animals, the shows, the traveling, which hopefully will be good for content. So yeah, I think that is pretty awesome. I wanted to share that with you. The other thing, just sort of saying this, spoiler for Tuesday's video. It's not really spider related, but kind of spider related. I was on Facebook, I don't know, 4 weeks ago, and I saw an advertisement for a Spider-Man costume. Now, I don't know if any of you have me on Instagram, and you sort of put a picture up of me in 2 Spider-Man costumes. One looked like Mexican Spider-Man, which was dreadful, and then the second one was really, really good. And on Facebook, there was an advertisement for a Spider-Man deluxe costume that was literally movie replica. Yeah, if you've seen this movie, the Spider-Man movie, you've seen it. You know, the red and blue, and the it's sort of 3D printed, and the lenses are sort of 3D printed. It's a fantastic costume, and also an advert for one of those. And I thought, you know what, I need to get that costume. That will be awesome. So I didn't hesitate. I bought it. I paid straight away, and I waited for it to come. And my costume came on Thursday. And so my video that will be up on Tuesday is me reviewing this deluxe Spider-Man costume. It came like this. By the way, I don't know whether you can see the lenses, but the actual white is like, you know, men's, I don't know whether women have them on theirs, but men's swimming shorts have that kind of mesh. That's what the eyes are. This probably cost about like $5 or £5 to make this. Is about £5, and I paid significantly more than £5 for this costume. So yeah, I mean, as far as advertisements go, it is literally so far from what I ordered. Like, movie replica costume, bed sheets with holes in it. I would probably much rather wear the costume that I was given at the Western show than that. Oh, you will. That's been folded up and put back again. What I have done is, for Tuesday's video, is I will talk about it more in the video. That basically, this is the picture of what I was buying. Here's the stages of me buying this. This is what came in the post, and then I will be putting it on in the video. I don't think you guys want to sort of see me strip off and try and get into a really crap Spider-Man outfit. Maybe you do, I don't know. But yeah, Tuesday's video is all about the deluxe Spider-Man costume. There's 2, I don't know. If you really want me to put it on, then I will do that. I don't really mind. I have some motorbike base layers on because I did go out on my bike earlier on, so it's a Patreon only thing. I will do as you please, as you've all asked so nicely. I've noticed, actually, I feel bad because this is pretty much like only women watching, but that's fine. Yeah, what happens, private? You should watch the Japanese Spider-Man. I've seen that. I have seen that. So yeah, so this is the this is the deluxe costume with a really crap zip down the back of it, and this is the it's so crap, it really is. I can't. And you know what's even worse? So I'm going to have to obviously take my trousers off, but you can't see anything below, so it's fine. What's even worse is I contacted the actual seller and said, look, basically what I have, you know, I'm not happy with this. I want a refund, which is fair enough. Yeah, this is not what I wanted. As you will see why in just a minute. The more that I look at this costume, the more angry that I get with it, because the feet aren't even right, the sizing isn't right. Where's the... What does that say? That's XL. Okay. This is why it'll be a good video. So this is the mask, yeah, which is crap. This is an XL, okay? So I want you to all remember that. Hang on, one of the fingers is inside out. So this is an XL size costume. I don't know whose XL this is, unless I'm just like really fat. But yeah, that's as high as I can get it. It doesn't go any higher than this. Like, oh great, I'm ripping it. I can't get it up anymore. So yeah, let me just I say in the actual video you'll see. But yeah, this is an XL. Let me just put it down. And yeah, like the crotch is sort of way too low, as you can see, and it doesn't, like, I can't get it up. So yeah, this is the XL Deluxe Spider-Man costume that quite literally fits. I don't actually know who is XL for this to fit. That fits fine, but it's crap. So yeah. My XL Spider-Man costume came in the post and it's dreadful. It really is absolutely crap. And also, let me just put some clothes back on. The other problem as well with the feet is they don't. Oh crap! Okay, I've just broke it. The zips just fell off. The feet are, I don't know what size the feet are. Maybe like size 8 for a child. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, dreadful. So yeah, that's my brand new deluxe Spider-Man costume. Better put my clothes back on, because if the gimbal gives way again, you're gonna have a shock. This isn't a bad porno. This is a Patreon only. This is, yeah. I'm not sure that I should maybe put this as a title. You know, like one of the benefits for, you know, for $1 a month, you can see me take my clothes off and wear terrible costumes. But yeah, that's Tuesday's video. But you'll see the way that I've got the camera positioned. You will sort of see the whole of me, my entirety, with this costume that is for a child and is labelled as XL. XL to a dwarf, or someone who's sort of 4 foot maybe, but not. I mean, I'm not particularly tall, I don't think. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like 5'10", something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it is from China. But that's what I was saying, because they I messaged them and said, look, I want a refund, because this is not worth, it's not worth £5, let alone anything else. They I said I wanted a refund, and so their response to me asking for a refund was, I got a message today. Let me just I can hold my laptop up and I can sort of show you the email that I received this morning at 16 minutes past 9. Yeah. There you go. So this morning I received this email. They're sending me another one, which of course is not what I wanted at all. And also, let me, if I can, I will just very quickly show you the image. I just had a message from someone. I don't know what it is. I'm scared to open it. I think I know what's happened. I think possibly someone has took a screenshot of me trying to try that costume on. That's what I think it probably is. I was going to see if I can get a picture up of what they labelled it as and what it actually is, but I don't think it's going to work. But no, it says here, Spider-Man costume, Halloween cosplay, 3D printed suit. Yeah, that's what it's labelled as. You know, is this 3D printed? That's not even gel. It's like a onesie for a child. Like, I'm not a big guy, but anyway, that's Tuesday's video. So it's dreadful. Yeah, the other thing I was going to talk about, which Dan still isn't here, and yeah, thank you for screenshotting that, Scarlett. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. So, yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about, it's not focused, but it is now, with my channel. So my channel is a business, of course. It's set up as a business because of earnings and things like that. And I'm going from just a normal channel into a, what's the word for it? Like a production. Basically, I'm going to have it like a show. Yeah, a show. I was always limited with space because of the amount of space that I have. I have been trying desperately to find a unit or a studio to rent. I found two. One was really cheap at about £300 a month, but they didn't allow any animals, which of course is a major problem because I have animals I want to move into the studio. The one that did allow animals wanted £1,300 a month, which is, I'm not paying £1,300 a month, that's too much money. So I've sort of been still here trying to sort of continue doing filming with limited space and whatnot. However, just this week, I live with my brother, and he's actually moved out this week. He's gone to live with his girlfriend, and they're very happy and all wonderful. Makes me sick, but it sucks because I have such a hard time sort of holding our relationships. But I'm not going to go into personal stuff. He's gone, and so the plan is I'm going to be moving into his room, which is actually the room up above. It's the whole of the attic. We converted ourselves. And so this room, which is currently lived in by me with all my animals and space is very limited, is going to be emptied out. And this whole room, which you can't really see all of it, but it's quite a large room, but there's a wardrobe and my bed is over in that corner and tables and desks and other stuff in here, all coming out. So this side will be my invert wall. That wall across the back, I'm changing that into reptiles. So redoing a tank for my bearded dragon, probably looking at getting a fish tank with some axolotls, very large enclosure for some chameleons, probably get some like panther chameleons or something like that. Then across the back, under the window, which you can't really see if I just turn the camera, you can probably see it. The window's over there by the fan. I'll just sort of show you that whole window area. It's not a massive window, but it's fairly big. Underneath there, have some shelves put in, so I can have tanks along there as well. And then with the space over here is going to be gone, get my actual fan wall kind of actually set up and finished. And so this will then be my studio, and I will be pretty much working from home, which is nice because I can have my room for just doing, playing video games and editing videos at a proper desk and whatnot. And then this room will be purely for filming animals. It also means I can get more animals. I don't want to overdo with what I've got because of space, whereas if I'm having another one of these shelves put in, I can add like another third, which is good for the breeding I want to do and things like that. And the reason I'm mentioning this and why I wanted Dan Liddell to be in my chat, but he's not actually here, which is rather irritating, is he is going to become kind of like a co-host, which I actually spoke to him about and kind of sorted it last night about him co-hosting on my channel. The reason that I've asked him to do this, I've kind of propositioned him this because, one, he is my best friend, and he's been going through a bit of a hard time recently with various things, and he is really, really good with animals. He's been here in the past and off camera and on camera. If I say to him, look, dude, I need you to sort of just feed some spiders and stuff, he will just crack on and just, film and, edit. He does everything. He can look after my collection or help me look after my collection. He is really good with the camera, really good cameraman, so he can do filming for me as well. He also edits videos, so he can actually give me a hand with my editing. When I travel to shows and things like that, again, he can come, and I've got more camera work to doing. When I'm at the shows, it's like, Dan, I need to go and film this, I'm going to film this, and work together to get more footage for better show videos. His mixing is really, really good as well. His audio video sort of mixing, is really good, and could be as good as me without too much sort of hard work. Also, you mentioned about the crab, and that's one of the things I think I struggle with. When I'm doing my filming, I'm so focused on what I'm doing, I become almost wooden, as someone told me. I am not the most entertaining of people to watch, I don't think, because I'm so focused on trying to get out the information that I just, I'm just so focused on that. And yet, the amount of feedback that I've had from people on all different platforms about the crab video and the other videos I've done with him, the nature walk and things like that I did when he's been in my live streams, the feedback that I've had of people about me and him together, that we get on, we have a really good laugh. People enjoyed the videos a lot more when he was in them as well. So I figured that with him being in this position that he's in, where he's sort of he doesn't know what he wants to do with himself and stuff, and then I've got this channel that's doing really, really well, but I still need content to be put out, and I'm going to be doing traveling and things like that, and I need someone that I can trust to come and look after my collection, to give me a hand with filming, to be in the videos and add that sort of level of humor and, his sort of creative spark as well. He just seemed like the perfect person. So as of probably earlier on next year, not every single video, it won't be always the two of us, but he will be involved in my channel an awful lot. He will be with me doing an awful lot of videos, and we also want to start doing proper nature treks. So if you're in the UK, you would have heard of things like National Trust and things, and we can... I'm trying to talk seriously, I'm just getting little glimpses of the comments popping up, which I will read in just a second, sorry. But yeah, we can go and do the nature videos, the adventure treks. He actually went to Poland by himself twice, just to go out there and do some filming, and he never uploaded the video. He went to Africa and didn't really upload much of the footage for that. And it seems like he's got all this footage and wasted potential that, he can do it, but he doesn't know how to do it, if that makes sense. And it's sort of like, I can be the brains of the channel, he can be the looks of the channel and the humor and the charisma and that, So yeah, you've heard it here first, that as of next year, he will be a massive part in what I do. I'm probably going to just end up giving him a key to my house, and be like, look, if I've got to go out and do filming, or from another country, go around, can you just film a video on this and get it up? And he'll be doing admin work for me as well, I think. And obviously he'll be getting paid. It's going to be his job, to sort of to do that, So it's so I've had a message off someone. I've got messages, screens all around. So yeah, I think that's sort of a pretty cool thing. And the crab, people keep, obviously the crab is doing really, really well. He's just down here in a tub that's so big I don't know what to do with it. It's he's in a 4-foot tank on the floor because I don't actually have any space to put it, which is a bit rubbish. So yeah, that's pretty much what the main things I wanted to kind of talk about. And my camera's not focusing, is it? No, it's not. It's the main thing I wanted to talk about. I know I've rambled on for like an hour. Well, just shy of an hour now. So yeah, Celadonia's coming in, rare spiders, £1,000 mystery box coming the end of the month with rare spiders. Really, really naff Spider-Man costume, which I will be not stripping on camera because obviously you gotta keep it PG, but yeah, to an extent I will be somewhat not covered to review this absolutely dreadful costume. Obviously I've got the breeding book, the breeding that I'm doing with these species, and of course the Daniel co-host change that's coming up, as well as this room will be a studio, which is quite good because I can get more room, and I've got plenty of ideas on how I want to do with it. Ideally I wanted to move my collection out of my house and into a separate unit, but it was just, I say, £1,300 for a studio to rent for a month. That's just the rent. That's obscene. I can't afford to pay that much money. So to have an actual room in my house purely designated for these is pretty good. So then obviously, if people want to come to my house and sort of look at my collection of things, it's not like, oh yeah, ignore the bed kind of thing. It's different sort of rooms. So I'm going to very quickly just scroll through the chat because I saw something and I missed it. Okay, yeah, I just read the comment about stripping for you. TarantulaDan. I don't know, to be fair. I said to him, we joked about it, and I was sort of saying, oh, I'll probably just call it, just call it, TarantulaDans, because there's obviously more than one of us. I mean, I think he still wants to do his Dan's wildlife work and things, but this is going to be a good platform for him to come and it's sort of I don't know how to explain it. Sort of like I need help on my channel. I've spoke about this a lot recently about when people get quite pissy with me, excuse the language, because I don't respond quick enough to them and things like that. And Scarlett is still in the chat, I believe, and will know about the recent post on one of the pages that we are on, Tarantula page, and about people like myself who don't respond to messages quick enough. And it's always the same thing of, I don't know how many messages on comments I've got to do. I've got probably just over 1,000 comments on YouTube to reply to. Equal or more messages on YouTube, Facebook messages, Instagram messages, all this stuff. And I don't, between doing filming and editing, private life stuff, full-time job, I don't have all day to sit around replying to messages, and people get really quite abusive for me not having the time to respond to them straight away like that, which is an absolute pain. TarantulaDan's then with Dan. Oh god. So to have him helping me with the messages and things like that as well, it will sort of free up some time to enable us to get more done, so yeah, it's just, for me, I could do with the help, and he could, I think he wants, he's a bit looking for what it is that he wants to do. He wants to work with animals, but not entirely sure where. And based on the feedback I've had of everyone on my YouTube, people love it when he's in the videos. So, and he literally lives like 10 minutes from me, so it's good for him to, for him to come and work with me and make some hopefully really, really good content, which is what I'm hoping. So with that said, that is the main things I wanted to talk about. You guys have heard it here first. Of course, if you are a Patreon watching later on, then yeah, let me know what you think. I'm not going just yet, by the way. Don't worry, I'm not going to go yet because I haven't really done much of the Q&A. I've been rabbiting on and I haven't answering any questions. So if any of you have any questions for me you'd like to ask me, then please, please ask me the questions. If you would like an update on anything in particular, or you want to see anything, please comment and I will get it and I'll show you. I'm just going to read these things. Yeah, so it's the same with in that response to exotic flair. So what happens is, let's say I have 10 messages and I go through and I try and respond to those 10. In the time I've had those 10 messages, I get another 10. So I respond to those first 10 and then I start replying to the second 10. Now the first 10 have already replied back. So there's now another 10, so the third set. So I'm trying to do my first reply to them, but then I've got the second reply from the first and the second reply of the second group. Do you see how I mean? So then you go back trying to respond to all the messages and all the people you responded to, because of course, they get a message and so they respond straight away, and then you don't respond to them. Oh, you ignore me. No, but let's say if I get 6,000 or 7,000 comments and messages and I've got to try and answer all of them, it's very, very difficult. And that's one of the reasons I do enjoy doing my live chats. Obviously for general YouTubers and people on my channel, subscribers and things, is great because I can. But even then, I get people, you're ignoring my question, you're ignoring me, and it's like, I'm not trying to ignore you, but it's flowing so fast. I miss things, I do, which is a pain. And like I said, this is why I wanted to do this and do it regularly with those of you that support my channel, whether you're a Patreon or PayPal supporter or whatnot, because this is the best way for me to really have a conversation with you guys. I can't obviously give out my phone number and things like that, but I can sit and do this or have like Discord chats with my patrons, which is something I am looking at doing. If you have a Discord, is having that, so you can, if you've never been in a Discord, it's really good. You have a microphone, and if you have a webcam, you can turn it on, and you have the screen, and you can see all the webcams that are on for people that have them, and all the audio, and you can all talk at the same time and just have a conversation. It's really, really good. So I'm going to be looking at doing like a TarantulaDan Patreon Discord, and then the links will be posted again into Patreon, so that when I'm there, only those people that have the link can join it for those chats. And again, when I do Discord, it's sort of what I do here, so I can sit and chat, and if you guys want to see anything, then I can do it without having loads of other people. And I'm grateful that those people watch as well, but at the same time I have to sort of prioritize certain things, and so for me, I have to sort of prioritize my patrons and supporters. I don't want you guys to feel that I'm not talking to you, or not ignoring you, or not doing your requests. I spoke to a gentleman who has put a request in for he wants an update on the huntsman spiders, scorpions and centipede. So I said, it's cool, I will do an update on those, and that'll be up probably in the next sort of couple of weeks, because my Patreon requests kind of overlap general requests, because that's how it should be, I think. So yeah. I could do that about messaging people, saying about that with the haters, but then I get more hate. It's very it is really difficult. It's difficult, and it's really frustrating. I spoke to Scarlett, I think it was earlier on in the week. No, it wasn't. It was a few weeks ago now. A few weeks ago, I didn't do any videos. I took a week off, and I was like so close to just having like a mental breakdown. I was screwed. I really was. And I showed Scarlett some of the messages that I get just off one particular person, and it was, Dan, can you talk? Immediately, Dan, can you talk? Why aren't you talking to me? Dan, can you video? And it's just constant messages, and I'm at work. 9 hours a day I can't respond, and I get people, why are you ignoring me? Why are you? It's like, it's mentally draining. It's not all the glamour that people think. It'd be good if it was, but it isn't. It's very difficult to juggle things. Yeah, it is. It's draining. Very frustrating, especially. There are people that do understand, but there's also an awful lot of people that don't. And I don't want to sound like I'm whinging. It's the pros and cons. I'm lucky to have the collection and the spiders and the opportunity to travel and everything else that I get with it. So I guess the haters and the trolls and the people that don't understand things, it's part of it. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. So yeah, what are you gonna do? So anyway, enough rambling on. Would you guys like to see anything in particular? An update on any animals or anything? I've already mentioned that the T. Sardonia number 3 has molted. The unnamed one that has not yet been named. That one molted, might have been about a week ago or so, and will probably be ready for a feed at some point. Both of these ones are eating really well. The Aponopalma pennicillo has, is it still in there? Yes, it is. Has blocked off the hide. I can't see that one. Malaysian jewel centipede is out and about and is still alive, which is good. The widows and the house spiders are all good. Don't think I've got any more molts to report on as of yet. Lots of very hungry spiders. Ramsey is in a foul mood as usual. Very worried about my M-Balfour communal. I think I may have accidentally killed them, which is not good. So I need to sort of probably tomorrow afternoon, or go out tomorrow at dinner time, but maybe in the afternoon, might film me getting that communal out and digging through it, because I think when I did the video when I put the cork, the wood into the tank, and I did this, I've only seen one, and I've got a really horrible feeling that they've gone underneath the cork and I've squashed them. I haven't seen them, so I don't know, but I'm gonna have to sort of dig them out and try and find out. Diverse bees, yes. I can definitely show you that one. Diverse bees. African species apart from Balfouri, yes, I do. So I have firstly the diverse bees. Do you want to see slings or the adult female, the mother? I can show you both if you want. It's up to you. And as for African species, apart from M. Balfouri, I have other baboons. So of course, I pronounce it Ceratogyrus, but it's not pronounced like that properly. It's Ceratogyrus, Marshali, Darlingi, the Harpactria pulchripes. I pronounce it pulchripes. Yeah, those are my main ones. I do have other baboon spiders. Mommy, of course, she is here. I seem to have attracted some fruit flies. Oh. Yeah. I don't know whether I can try and get her out if you'd like me to do so. But, can you see her? She's just in the corner there. You know what? I will try and get her out, because she's always so lovely. There are no more, there aren't any more slings in here, which I've double checked, because loads and loads of people want more of these slings. Oh. Okay then, I'm not going to put my thing in there because she's just gone, not a strike, but I think she's hungry. So instead, I will feed her instead. I will take my phone off. Oh, actually that's what I need to check. What's my battery on? 13%. Okay, that's fine. So, if you give me a second, I'm going to just take this off. Try not to break it. Switch round. So this is not going to be the clearest of things, but there we go. Can't put the torch on either because my battery isn't high enough. So yeah. There she is. And you know what? I've actually got a feeling that she might be doing, hopefully, she will do a another exact, which would be wonderful. Let me just put this back in place. Yeah, I think she might be doing another exact because she's been eating loads. I didn't think she'd be hungry because she only ate 3 days ago. So yeah, it's a shame that it's quite dark. Like normally I'd put the torch on, but because my phone's only on 30% battery, which means I've got about 5 minutes left before the battery completely dies, because I can't charge it when it's in the gimbal, because where the port is, if I plug it in, then the phone keeps tipping around, so it's a bit rubbish. So I'm just going to make sure there's plenty of water in there, because the mistake that people make when they try and breed these is they let it dry out completely, and it's actually the other way around. You keep them a little bit, not completely dry, but fairly dry normally, but when you want to breed them, they breed during the damp season when it's like, you know, sodden basically. So you soak the enclosure, and that it's called conditioning. And so yeah, that's what you have to do with them to ensure that they breed. Black Widow, I still have one for you. Which one? It's not these. Yep, there you go. That one's yours. This one, I was actually meant to give you this at the other show, but I kind of forgot to. So yeah, I have a few left. A couple that I'm keeping for myself. One for you, one for Cavern's Critters at the Southern Show. And there's another one for someone else. I can't remember who it is, but there's a few of them that are, oops, they're going to be going out. Let's put that down. But yeah, I really want to, I'd love to get another egg sac off her, because she's just, she's awesome. Yeah, centipedes are all good. I haven't seen this scorpion for a while. I did feed it, but no, it's all good. There's a cricket still in there, so I might take that out later on. So yeah. Yeah, I do like the Trinitralis. I did have, of course, the Trinitralis marinus, the OBT, but I know you can get like all the different sort of colour forms, but I'm not really interested in them. I kept them years ago. I bred different species, you know, different sort of colour forms of them, because they are the easiest spiders to breed ever. Literally, you can throw 2 OBTs into a tank full of glass, and they will still breed. You know. In fact, I think if you got 2 mature male OBTs into a tank, you would still end up with an egg sac. They are that easy, you know. What else? Yeah, Davis Pentaloris is out. I'm hopefully going to be getting a mature male to breed that once it's available. I have a group of P. Sazamai, female and juveniles, which would be good to breed those. Okay, 10% battery. So if it suddenly cuts off, I apologise. Battery is low. I'll go about, so I got a few minutes left. It's gonna die, which is rubbish. So yeah, hopefully breed those. Rhino roaches, I don't know. Sorry. Where are you from? What I might do is if I will find you on my Patreon page, and if I can find some, I'll send you a link directly to the seller or trader, if that's alright with you. Sorry, Black Widow. Sorry to distract you. Yeah. Popliteria, straight out of Lowland. The communal's doing pretty well. I know you can't really see it. There will be an update on these, but you can't see it because the lighting in my room is not very good. I've got one of these really crap lights where it's really good, but because you can change the colour, like all sort of different colours, it always comes on blue for some reason. If I just turn it so you can see it, you see it's like blue and red and things. But the problem is when I put it onto white, even on the brightest, it's a bit crap, to be fair. Yeah, I've got this tank. I kind of got this one sort of finished, glued ready, as I need to drop it. But I've not put anything in it yet because I'm waiting for something, for an experiment. I want to get a communal of about 20 Popliteria to keep in here. So waiting on that at the moment. And of course I have this. I rehoused her. Okay, she's inside. This is the L Nigerium. I pronounce that terribly each time, and she's doing really well. So yeah, a few sort of things going on with sort of breeding and just waiting for things. And the ant colonies, I'm literally tempted to just flush them down the toilet. They're really irritating me because they're not working the way that they should. So so yeah, Martin Goss. Yeah, have you tried contacting him to see if he has any at the moment? If you want cockroaches, actually, maybe try Virginia Cheeseman. She normally does quite. She's normally into sort of like the cockroaches and odd sort of inverts and things, so she may be able to help you. When do you need a mature male? The actual Davis Pentaloris, I'm looking to get one fairly soon if possible. I have a female that is ready, but I know that Francis Sidex actually has one. So hopefully when he's finished with his, if I'm able to have the one that he's loaned, if the original seller or parer is okay, loaner rather, if the original loaner is okay with him sending it to me, then I will be having a go with that male as well, but we'll have to just see. Let's see how we get on with it. Sorry to hear that, Scarlett. It is a pain when that happens. I had it recently with my mature female P Metallica after pairing, which is why I've now got another one coming because she's only molted like a week ago, so she's like as fresh as a daisy to breed. Okay, Zoe. Yeah, that's a shame. That is. It's. I mean, I'd love to breed them. There's. You don't really tend to see that many of them available as slings. So hopefully, if I'm able to breed them and again get them out into the hobby, then that's what I'll be doing. So most of my stock pretty much goes to the spider shop. I keep a few back for myself that I either keep for me or that I then send out to people that I know, so that they can have some sort of free spiders, which most people, well, I think everyone that receives a free spider is usually quite appreciative of it. Of course, I would do the same with Sardonia and every species that I get. I always like to, there's no point in me selling them to the spider shop and then these people pay the spider shop to buy those spiders. If you want one, just have them, and then I'll take the shipping that I pay to send them to you out of the money that I sell them to the spider shop for, because I don't breed spiders to make money. I do it because I enjoy it, so it's paid for itself and people get some free spiders. So alright, 8% battery, so it is going to go in a minute. So on that note, I will have to wrap up. I know this probably hasn't been the most eventful live stream. I do apologise for that. Obviously time wise and fairly poorly organised in general. But what I will be doing is, obviously you guys are the only ones that know about what's going on, so I'd appreciate it if you could keep it between us until I do an actual video to explain it to everyone else. But this is hopefully one of the perks of this. Like I said, I want to do this every 4 weeks on Saturdays at around about the same time. So hopefully I can get actually everyone in who supports me, so they can find out what's going on, what's been going on. I don't mind stripping off for you guys if that sort of keeps you coming back. You know, and yeah, just wait till Tuesday's video. Hopefully you'll enjoy the full video when I'm sort of dancing around my living room, which is a bit crap. But yeah, try and get more people in, do the chats, do these regularly, and maybe just do like half an hour of chatting and then half an hour of requests and general sort of chit chat and things. So yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you for your continued support. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully you can see where the money that you kindly give me is going. As I say, it's on my collection, travel, equipment, and so obviously whenever I do my videos and I say thank you to my patrons, seriously, like, thank you. I think this is probably the best way for me thanking you, apart from seeing you in person. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Please, if you speak to anyone that isn't on my channel and you'd like to sort of recommend my videos to them, please feel free to do so. So with that said, thank you, and I will see you all soon, and I'll obviously be talking to you on the Patreon page as well. Alright, so cheers everyone, take care, and I'll see you all soon.